Hello and welcome to Red Earth Tales. This story is a story about love, about betrayal, and about selfishness. Please kindly comment and tell us your opinion at the end of this video. We would like to know whether Nneoma did kill her husband, or did her husband on his own contributed immensely to his own death. Thank you. The title of this story is Did Nneoma Kill Her Husband? This is Nneoma. Nneoma is married to a man named Donatus. Donatus hails from a community in Enugu State where adultery on the part of a woman is highly prohibited. Once a married woman has a romantic relationship with a man that is not her husband, there are repercussions that follows such act. The first repercussion is if her husband knows about the adultery and keeps silent. In other words, he doesn't make any moves to appease the gods of the land, the husband will fall ill and afterwards he would die. The second repercussion is if a woman commits adultery and she did not tell her husband so that a cleansing ritual can be performed on her, then she will run mad and afterwards she would die. This culture is unknown to Nneoma as she originally hails from Rivers State, and her husband Donatus never divulged such information to her for the fear that she would leave him and marry someone else. Nneoma and her husband were so much in love with each other. They were so in love before and even after they got married. Donatus can never see Nneoma without making romantic moves at her, and Nneoma enjoyed every part of it. Trouble started after Nneoma had her first child. She tried so hard to look good and appealing and get back her body to no avail. A wise woman once said that once a woman has a baby, once a woman puts to bed, it must tell on her body. And she is right. Nneoma struggled with dieting and exercise amidst caring and nursing for her baby. At first, Donatus would praise and encourage her. One day, Donatus and his friends were at a bar drinking when he and his friend started having a friendly banter. His friend said, "My wife knows better than to let herself go simply because she has a child. Is she the first to have a child?" Donatus said, "I see my wife struggling every day to get back her sheep, and I feel pity for her. Women go through a lot to get back their body just so that they can look appealing for their husbands." Emeka said, "Do not feel pity, my friend. These women know what they are doing. Once they see that you're feeling pity for them, they automatically let themselves go believing that you will understand and manage them like that. As for me, my wife knows better than to try that rubbish with me. Donatus laughed and then asked his friend, "What would you do if she lets herself get fat and out of shape?" "What will I do?" Emeka asked. The question should be, what have I done in the past to reset her brain? Donatus said, "I am lost here. What did you do?" Then Emeka replied, "I started cheating. I started cheating and I did not care to hide it. She knows our culture and she dares not cheat back. So she snapped back to her normal figure in no time, just so that I will stop cheating." Donatus became too shocked to speak. In no later than 3 months from that meeting Donatus had with Emeka, Donatus became a very changed man. A man so different from what Nneoma used to know. Nneoma noticed that her husband was no longer impressed by her beauty. She did all in her power to look appealing and win her husband back, all to no avail. One day, Nneoma could not take it anymore. She had to snoop on her husband's phone, and she found exactly what her mind has been telling her all along. She realized her husband has been cheating on her for the past few months. She went to her auntie crying. I reported to her. Her auntie told her not to confront her husband. Rather, she should pray for him and work harder on her looks. Nneoma kept on doing all that she was told until one day her ex, Ifeanyi, called her number. Nneoma saw her phone ringing, but she didn't pick the call. The call is from her ex, Ifeanyi. She didn't pick the call because she did not need any distractions in her home. She wanted to win her home back by all means. She was focused on getting back her shape and winning her husband back. But Donatus paid her no attention. Donatus was so engrossed with the women outside that he forgot he has a wife at home. Arguments became a constant thing in Nneoma's home. "Why do you come back home every day smelling of different feminine perfume?" Nneoma would ask on some days. "What do you mean by feminine perfume?" Donatus would feign ignorance. "You know exactly what I'm talking about. Keep on cheating and denying it all you want. One day, I'll get tired of this madness, and once I get to my breaking point, you will understand that nobody has a monopoly over cheating." Nneoma said, "Ifeanyi has so much confidence in the potency of the traditions of his place, which says that any married woman who cheats on her husband will run mad." And so he was undisturbed, unfazed. Nneoma goes to his supermarket the next day. And coincidentally, she meets Ifeanyi, her ex. Ifeanyi approached her. "Is that you, Nneoma? My God, you look more gorgeous than ever. Damn. You are a pure definition of God bless Africa. Wow." Nneoma ignored Ifeanyi's praises and acted so indifferent. "Hi, Ifeanyi. I see you came into town," she said. "Yes, I came into town specifically to see you," Ifeanyi said. "I see. Well, I'm sure you know that I'm married to the most kind-hearted man alive," Nneoma said. Yes, I know that you are married to the most handsome and kind-hearted man, like you put it. But our marriages should not stop us from seeing each other, from being friends. We have known each other long before your husband came along," Ifeanyi said. "I'm sure you wouldn't like to hear that your wife is friends with her ex, right?" Nneoma asked. "Come on, Nomi. Who cares who my wife is friends with? As long as she's good, I'm good." "I see. Well, my husband would not like to hear that I'm friends with you, and so I'll be on my way now," Nneoma said. "Okay, can I at least pay for your stuff?" "No, thank you," Nneoma said. Nneoma quickly left the supermarket. "I want you, and I'll do everything in my power to have you," Ifeanyi said to himself after Nneoma left the supermarket. Nneoma got back home and prepared dinner for her family. It is time for dinner. Nneoma loves avocado. She loves avocado pear so much, and so she served it alongside the jollof rice that she made. Donatus took just one glance at the food and angrily shouted at Nneoma, "For Christ's sakes, you should not be adding avocado to your every meal because it is fattening. You should know better." Nneoma, who was already in tears, asked her husband, "Are you trying to say that I'm fat?" Then Donatus replied, "Do you need a soothsayer to tell you that you're fat? Of course you're fat, and you should do something about it real quick." Nneoma goes into her room crying. Whilst crying, Ifeanyi's call came in. Nneoma picked his call without hesitation. Ifeanyi felt she was in tears, and so he inquired on why she was crying, and without delay, Nneoma told him that her husband called her fat. "He does not cherish you," Ifeanyi bloated. "You need a man like me that understands and cherishes your body, not an ungrateful man like your husband that does not understand that your body went through a miraculous journey of 9 months to produce a gift from God." "Girl, if you ask me, I would say you look more prettier than ever now. What your husband calls fat is what I call endowment." "Really?" Nneoma giggles. "You need to have a look at your behind when you walk. Girl, you are what they call duplex up and down." Nneoma giggles some more, and henceforth she started talking with Ifeanyi on a daily basis. Ifeanyi made her so happy. Nneoma became so happy that her husband's constant reminder to her that she's getting fat meant nothing to her. After all, Ifeanyi appreciates her thickness. What Nneoma did not know is that her husband's culture forbids any manner of cheating from a married woman, whether there is a physical contact with a man or not. A woman who is married into her husband's village is not allowed to be too close to any man other than her husband, not to talk of allowing a man flirt with her. Flirting with a man other than her husband is tantamount to cheating, and she can go mad for it. Please, if you like this story, let us know. We'll be sharing the part 2 soon. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.